What's going on to you, Geminis? You have the Justice, the Seven of Wands, Queen of Cups, Two of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Two of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Death card, the King of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing here for you, Geminis, is that a lot of you Geminis, a lot of things have changed for you, right? Your life is more quiet now. The Queen of Cups, right? The Queen of Cups represents serenity, peace, more peace on the outside, but more of a focus on peace internally as well, too. Now that you've achieved that external peace, you want internal peace. It's just that external peace usually tends to happen faster than internal peace. So now the Justice and the Seven of Wands is what exactly are you learning to find peace with? Okay, so all right, so the idea that a lot of you Geminis, it's just overall, are you going to be overall the value, how people relate to each other? Okay, a lot of and I've started talking about this. A lot of people don't bring value in a relationship. A lot of people don't bring value in a relationship. They don't do anything. You know, and everything that they do is only biologically related. That includes the activities, that includes everything. And you have, you know, that's part of the illusion, the idea that factually some people don't bring anything else but just to look handsome or to look pretty, and just literally, which is biologically related, and then physical activities biologically related. That includes having offspring, biologically related. But it's like, but when you actually get a chance to really get to know them, that's all it is that they're valuable for. That's all it is that they're good for. And those types of people will have a pass in life, and that's it. They don't have to develop themselves. They don't have to do anything else. They get to do nothing. So the Two of Pentacles and the Hierophant represents, this kind of talks about that level of disappointment that a lot of you Geminis have, because that level of dysfunction is what also stops people from becoming developed, smart, knowledge. They lack that because that's all it is that they're one-dimensional. That's all it is that they have. Just looks, just biology. And all of that stuff is wrapped up in biology. Whether it's intimacy, their looks, whether it's starting a family, all three of those things is biological. And that's all it is that those people bring to the table. They don't have any kind of conversational skills. They're socially awkward. They don't have common sense. They don't seem to understand. You know what I mean? They literally provide nothing else other than biology. And again, Gemini, like, you're living in a world where you're looking for excellence. You're looking for a person doesn't necessarily need to have all the physical, like, so many people are looking for substance in this world, but yet they're using materialism to draw substanceless people in, to bait people who have no substance to come in. So now that you Geminis have been getting to know people, and you realize that a lot of the people that you're interacting with are substanceless. See, now we're getting past the games. Now you start to realize that those people have no substance. Now it's like you Geminis are like, you're looking at the overall value, like, what am I doing here? And that's a legitimate question. The Two of Swords, what are you doing here? What are you doing there? Because you Geminis want excellence. The air signs want excellence. You want people to have substance. The Virgos want people to have substance. So many, probably the other zodiac signs want people to have substance, but then they don't have substance of their own a lot of the times. So the Two of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles now represents, so now this is you Geminis being like, you know, you don't see the value in speaking to people who don't have any substance. And that's where the problem is for a lot of you Geminis. You're living in a world where you like a person, it's not always about the financial excellence. It's really more about the internal substance and how that internal value actually translates outward. Remember the 10 life values: spirituality first, health, family, right? So the thing is that those are all internal values. And then you have the death card, which represents, so now a lot of you Geminis are kind of disappointed, to be quite honest with you, because now a lot of you Geminis are starting to really realize, like, look, like, you can't believe that this is what it is that you've been interacting with the whole time. And yeah, you were. The King of Cups and the King of Pentacles represents, this is what's out. This is what it is that you have to interact with, Gemini. This is what's out. This is what's cracking now. The idea that people are substanceless. They have no value. They have no internal value. They have value, but their only value is to lure people in with material goods. And that's it. They're dysfunctional people. That's it. They're only made for cheap thrills. Past what they provide, that's what they provide. Past that, it's not meant to be a long-term relationship. That's the trick. That's the con. So it depends on what it is that you're dating for. Are you dating for meaningful, substance, or are you dating for cheap thrills? So now everyone's in a position where they have to make that decision if that's what it is that they're in this situation for. And that's one thing that a lot of you Geminis have to make that decision for yourselves. Let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Death card. To clarify the Death, yes, the Three of Pentacles, the Chariot, Five of Pentacles, the High Priestess. Yes, you've had a breakthrough in the sense that you really starting to question again why people even date today, and you start to really open up your eyes and see it for what it is. That a lot of people who can go out on these dates, they're living that type of life. They're not decent people. They only have the glitz and the glamour and the gold, stuff like this, but they don't understand the value of that. They have it because that's the way that they get people. They get people allured by flashing fancy things, but that they don't have substance. And that's one thing that they need to learn to have is internal substance, internal value. And the thing about it is that since that's the case, because they lack that, I just see a lot of you Geminis really kind of really low-key chastising that and kind of paying attention to how people interact and knowing that there's something is wrong, and really looking at it from a perspective of this is way off, but at the same time still getting to know some people. But really you realize even deeper now what it is that you're dating for. You're looking for internal substance. You're looking for internal values, right? A person needs to have internal and external values, but they need to have internal values first. So if you Geminis are going to be out here dating, you need to get your own internal values straight first. And then after that, your external values. And this is something that you're able to admit about yourselves, but other people can't admit about themselves. So it's a situation where a lot of you Geminis are evolving, but not, unfortunately, not a lot of the people around you.